今回の SGDQ ではタスボットがありますね。何やるかはちょっとわかんないですけど。まあ、タスボットはあります、今回は。あ、タスボットはスーパーメトロイドと F0。ありがとうございます。
Good morning, guys, gals, non-binary pals. It is early Tuesday morning. Welcome. My name is Dan Olson, aka FoldableHuman. I am joined on the couch by Clear as Crystal, and in spirit by
ゲーム画面来ましたね。
one of the other runners of this game.
いじり機もあったか。
This is Amy.
ありましたね。モンキーボールやってたわ。そうだ。そうだ。記憶が曖昧になってた。ありがとうございます。
In 2012 as a downloadable title for the Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3. It is published by
Amy 始まりました。2012年なんですね。PS3。これもホラーかな？グッドラック。
The 2013 remake. Also, the seminal gaming classic Shaq Fu, Enforcer of Justice. A bit about this plot, just to make sure you aren't too lost here. In the opening cutscene that we skipped, it's Christmas Eve, and we have kidnapped a child to take her to the city to cure her autism. Oh, wow.
奏者の方、膝にタブレット置いてますね。多分チャートかな
？And the primary antagonist of this run, as you may have sussed out already, is going to be the loading times.
ロード長いですね。いや、これロードですね。ロード。モーガンワールドより長えな。
That would be good because I do want to share with you all the sheer chaos that is Amy PS3.
この女性がいいエイミーかな？なんか何とも言えない走り方なんですけど走り方面白いな。なんか戦ってる。結構マッシブですね。
The game could be charitably described as unfinished. It's a little frustrating.
意外と武闘派なんですね。
Ugly. It's a little obtuse and difficult to follow. And the experience was so frustrating, so obnoxious that I determined I would conquer the game in my own way and crack it open with a speed run. And then from there, I was joined by Vexel and Ship Toaster, who spent the initial route doing all of the initial cracking. And then after we were accepted to SGDQ here, we were joined by veteran spooky game speedrunner Starwin, who has spent the last couple of months helping us further refine the game.
でもグラフィックはまあ PS3 と言われれば納得はできますね。
Immensely valuable work over the last couple of months in developing this. So part of the reason why
エイミーっていうと私はソウルキャリバーのツインテールの女の子のイメージが強いので、もうちょっと普通の10代ぐらいの女の子が出てくると思ったんですけど。
But one of the things that's always fascinated me about speedruns is essentially that community aspect, the communal process of puzzle solving, of taking a game and really peeling it apart, figuring out what makes it work, what its own internal rules and logic are.
なんだ今の端末は。
breaking them down into their base components and really challenging sort of the implicit rules
こんばんは。
and looking for the actual hard rules. That a game may present you with one scenario that actually prevent you from doing something completely divergent from that. And the train conductor has come out to play, and is in a very bad position here. I am probably just going to have to kill him. I'm sorry, dude. There we go. Can I get around him now? There we go.
このスーツの
And by an art.
変なのはなんだ
Oh.
何してるんだこれ
So that train conductor doesn't always spawn, and usually he meets me at the end of the
戦
hall
ってる
when
っ
it's
ていう
very
か
hard to get past him. This time he decided to just stand in the one
踊っ
place where I
て
can't
る
get
の
around
踊
him.
何してんだろうこれ
These puzzles here we actually resolve.
Gotta have
わ
a
ちゃわちゃ
strategy.
してる
Gotta figure it out every time.
No. There we go.
Yeah.
Quick solution. Get past Marcello. Now we're able to get through the grill. And we should have a zombie waiting for us right here.
RNG で邪魔してるから殺さないといけないかもしれない
Work with him. Movement is going to be essentially critical to this run. One of the things that you may notice is that I'll be doing a lot of Zoolander turns. Lana's pivot point is actually offset to the character model, and this will be particularly
このなんか
when
物を引っ張るモーションが
hands
あ、なんか女の子が出てきた
if I can get her out of the bathroom. There we go. Because of this offset pivot point, it can be difficult to navigate around corners. We're all friends of Cello. We can all call him Cello.
All of us.
All of us. I particularly love that this hole is more
こ
than large
の
enough for Lana to
ダクト
squeeze
っていう
through,
か
but
隙間
we need
この
to, to go
あ
through these
の
holes.
主人公っぽい女の人でも入りそうなんですけどね
Glorified inventory upgrade. Oh, there's one of the fun little
あ、この女の子がエイミ
things that we
ー
don't really understand about the
なるほ
movement
どね
system of the game that Lana will sometimes lurch forward of her own volition during cutscenes. And now we get story time with Cello as we wait for this airlock door to load the rest of the level.
No, this little scratch, don't let it scare you, Amy. I got it from my last client. Can you believe that? A regular. I asked Mrs. Jenkins for my fare, and she up and sinks her teeth into me. 20 years I've been thriving, and nobody ever bit me. Not even when I was driving the docks in Jersey.
Joyzy.
このうん、さっきからチラチラ映るなんか黒い太った男の人は何なんでしょうかね
There, let me out of here. All right. So this whole
男性はチェロらしくみんなの友達
I started a project on Twitch, basically a show called Speedrun Learning Curve that was essentially dedicated to this process of really taking a run from bare bones and bringing it up to a, completed presentation. And I really liked that
このゾンビみたいなのを倒すのは倒すんですねスルーしないんだなんかいいことあるのかな倒すと
for these things is never finished, that it goes upward, that it improves, that it refines, but it is never truly completed.
子供がエイミーなら確かに子供がエイミーならこの女性誰なんでしょうね
Pretty beginner friendly, in the sense that there's a lot of leeway in it. It's pretty accessible.
でこの黒い男の人はお腹を押さえてますけど怪我してんのなんで
sense of progress where you're able to, take your time, you're able to take your casual time, which is
Namey.
between like 6 and 8 hours, and quickly chunk it down, get it below an hour and a half, actually start running the speed stuff and get it below an hour, get it
お腹空いてる
45 minutes. It's pretty forgiving in that regard. There's no immensely complicated techniques that you need to learn. Probably the hardest thing is some of the attack patterns are a little bit tricky, but they're not. I mean, by the standards of what a lot of people are pulling off in these competitions, just the immensely high skill ceilings that we've seen already this week. Amy is
この女性はラナで、
So if you're looking for something to get into,
ゾンビになる感染症の免疫のあるエイミーを守っている。ありがとうございます。ラナって言うんだ。で、この男性は何者だ？あ、チェロっていうのは、チェロっていう名前なのか。なんか、このお腹空いてる男性はチェロね。はい。わかりました。ありがとうございます。
Just on different levels.
Just on different levels, in different rooms entirely. There's chapter 3 is going to have just a truly, like, just phenomenal control placement for one of its elevators.
It's called a puzzle, Dan.
It's called a puzzle. Yeah, we'll get back to the architecture in a bit. So right around the corner here, there's going to be probably the main
ラサスやってないからわかんねえな。
is I'm going to cut this corner really close and then start attacking. So the game has actually taken control away from me, but we can still attack and use that to
なんかめっちゃバル振ってる。
under this table and trigger Marcello's closing dialogue, which then all overlaps itself and plays out of order. And that's the end of chapter 1. And now would be actually a great time to read some donations during the loading here.
Excellent, because we got a lot coming in for this one. We have a $250
なんか突然ロード画面になっ
from
た。
the Children of the Cross. Says Stream Chat is here to cheer you on. Good luck, Dan.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
We have a $100 donation from NYC John. Says, but why would you want to beat Amy quickly? The story and gameplay is so
なんで
rich.
隠れたんだろう。
Good
なんか
luck.
バル振ってなんかいきなり隠れたけ
We have
ど。
a $50 donation from Cad Wallader says, Dan, seriously, Dan's content is fantastic, and watching him build this speed run from a hilariously broken, terrible,
向
terrible
こう
game
は
has been a blast.
向
from
こうは
start to finish.
明け方ですね。早朝の明け方ぐらい
All
です
right,
か
well,
ね。
we've got a lot more, so we're good there. We have a $20 donation.
あ、確かになんかこれ、最初のブラッドボーンですね。
Cheers from Wellington.
まあ、ブラッドボーンはアップデーでアイテムの説明が出るようになったけど、確かにブラッドボーンっぽい。左下の現地時間はちょっとずれてるらしいです。だいたい1時間ぐらい早いって私は聞いてるので、ちょっと実は自分で計算してないんでどうかわかりませんけど、1時間ぐらい早いって聞いてます。あ、そのままで大丈夫ですか？はい。
behave in odd ways and a lot of ways that the developers didn't
お、なんか突然
also yes this
ホラーっていうか SF の化け物だなこれ。
There's a good chance that he's going to come around and just kill me here. He might follow me all the way down to the end of this hallway. We'll find out.
Oh, by the way, Cello died.
Oh yeah, and Cello died in that last in between those two chapters. It turns out that the soldiers didn't care that he's not in fact dead. Just make sure
走り方が本当になんかすごい変わった走り方しますよね。
Ogre creatures, even though this apocalypse happened about 30 minutes ago.
今ガラス割ったけど、今エイミーに確実に被りますよね、このガラスの破片が。で、めっちゃ殴って殴って殴って。
It's a nonsense in joke that we just developed in chat over the course of running the game.
この動き時。
So the really fascinating thing that I find about this story is I do want to try to sum it up, but it resists summarization. Because even if you know literally everything that happens in the story and you can describe it, it still doesn't make any sense. The ends just don't line up in any meaningful way.
絶対これ、わざわざエイミーにくぐらせなくてもいいような気がするんだけど。
That Lana, I guess, works at, and Amy is a test subject, but wait. All right, so this is going to be our first checkpoint reload. So this first one we're doing just because reloading at this checkpoint is faster than waiting for the rest of the level to load manually. But immediately after this, we're going to have another checkpoint reload that we're going to use to skip an entire puzzle. If this wants to finish loading anytime now. And there we go. So flashback to Marcello and his classic line, let's try finding a phone, as we look into a room where there's no phones. So we need to lure this soldier out of the room, but instead we can just click on the lock that hasn't finished popping into the environment yet and reload the checkpoint, and it will solve that puzzle for us. So the checkpoints, broadly speaking, how they work is they will just set your inventory to whatever the game expects it to be, or that it logically should have been for you to get to that point. I'm a little sad, actually, about how much we've cut out of Chapter 2 in a speedrun sense, because there's too much here from a game design
今の赤外線の、赤外線っていうかレーザーみたいなの食らったけど、普通に合流しましたね。
Those red things that I ran through back there, I mean, I'm sorry for mentioning something that we just went past, but in our initial play, we got stuck there for almost an hour. Like, I think it was like 55, 56 minutes, because there is nothing in-game that actually indicates how you're supposed to approach that puzzle. And the answer, what you are supposed to do is you're supposed to walk through those
バイオなら細切りになってるけど。
as the controller will allow you to. Like just an absurd
で、また握力測る装置でなんかやって、何したんだこれ。
And a lot of times they'll just, yeah, there we go.
エイミーは食らわないんだ。エイミーは赤外線食らわないんだ。
An approach to what the designers wanted to do with the game, that they wanted it to be a lot more open world than it wound up being, so you have a few environments that are just these giant complex spaces where there's literally only one thing to do. It does make me curious about what this would have looked like if they had had, you know, more time, more resources, if things hadn't gone poorly. It was developed by a very small team, and you know, they did their best. They did their best, and even if it didn't turn out as intended, I do think we have gained, we have all benefited from now being able to see it in its speedrun format. It is a terrible game to play casually. It is an amazing game to speedrun. It's a lot of fun.
ロードしてるのはムービーカットか。
Things that can go wrong with it, the chaos of it. All right. In practice earlier, I forgot this green key card, and that was embarrassing. And now I'm just waiting till I can hear that guy breathing and get out here, and I don't know where the second soldier was.
Did he not load?
He didn't show up for work today. That's good. He's the second soldier that usually kills me, so if he's going to call in sick, I'm not going to complain. All right, we're going to stop here, just heal up for safety, and duck in here. We have another mastermind puzzle to solve. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no. I'm just gonna start that one over.
Reload's a different solution if you load
ロードするとパズルスキップ。へえ。停止を。
Good time for donating.
セーブロードで
All right,
謎
we
解
have
き
a
をスキップでき
$5 donation
る。
from Lego Giant 3 says, "Hey Dan, greetings from the front row. I've been a big fan of your YouTube channel, Folding Ideas, for several years now. So when I found out you were running here at SGDQ, I knew I had to watch live and donate. Good luck on your run. Money goes to Runner's Choice."
So that's going to be the what are we doing? Skyward Sword.
The blindfolded final boss.
Blindfolded final boss for Skyward Sword later tonight.
All right, we have a $25 donation from a huge pair of googly eyes. Says, "Want to donate to Médecins Sans Frontières and support their good work. Dan, also known as FoldableHuman, and his stream co-host Crystal are my favorite streamers, and Folding Ideas is one of the best YouTube channels out there. Save the animals." $10 from the F. Paris Cat says, "Hey, Dan and Crystal, thanks for your dedication for playing the best, worst games ever made. Joyzy for the win. Money goes to Runner's Choice." $10 from Emma174 says, "Good luck on your run, Dan. Make Amy, the cat, not the game, proud. Also, can you please explain the corn emoji meme?"
So I'll explain the cat thing first. My cat, completely coincidentally, my cat is also named Amy. It is pure coincidence. The corn emoji meme, I don't know if I could explain it quickly on
セーブロードするとマップ移動のロード時間より
but I have very strong opinions about corn.
So strong.
And our societal relationship to it, needless to say. So chapter 3 here is the one that has frustrated us the most from a speedrunning standpoint, because it really feels like there should be more that we're able to skip, but we can't. And so the first half of the level is this giant room that we just run back and forth across, and even though it doesn't really take very long, it feels like it's a lot longer than it is, because it feels like it's an eternity, because you're just going up these elevators and down these elevators, and
I told you, Dan, it's called a puzzle.
It's called a puzzle. It's not a particularly good puzzle. I have opinions about good puzzles. All right. So this is actually a good time to then, because it's this really quite boring traversal.
いい意味は超能力使う。
I guess some of the textual elements
へえ。
of Amy, and in particular the character of Amy and how she's handled. This isn't something that we've really, or we
感染症に免疫があって超能力も使える。
autistic.
一体何者なんだ
This is a thing that really only exists in signifiers. There is no direct reference to autism in the game, but there are paratextual references to it. It was used in interviews, in promotional materials for the game. The developers did, highlight this aspect of it, that it's like oh, you're escorting this autistic character through these environments, and they were using that as essentially
まあ黒幕はウェスカーなんですけどね
But unfortunately, Amy's autism is a thing that really only exists in a pop culture sense. That
自信
what we have really is we have a shock mind that doesn't want to play ball.
揺れたか
So
な
much more sensitive in this chapter.
気づかなかった
They really are.
揺れてる
Essentially have all of the standards of a frustrating
また揺れ
companion
たの
AI.
か
They behave in nonsensical ways, they have poor pathing, they just run around at random, and that those signifiers, those marks of just being a poor AI have instead
千葉
been interpreted as
私千葉からそんなに遠くないとこに住んでるんですけど
really kind
わ
of
かんなかったで
negative
すね
stereotypes of the autistic community, and it's not great. It's not great. Not a fan. Not a fan. Do better. I love your work, Paul Cassette, but do better. All right, so now we get this just glorious zoom in on Amy's terrifying face.
エイミー顔怖ってかめっちゃ顔濃いんだけ
Really
ど
like you've got those old Renaissance paintings where nobody knew what a baby looked like, and so
顔の彫りが深すぎる
all the babies had a grown man's face. Yes, I know it has to do with they wanted to depict the baby Jesus as having, wisdom and the wisdom of babes. But still, you wound up with all of these kids with just adult man faces, and she's really evocative of that. So if we're going to get chaos, this is going to be it.
エイミーめっちゃ悪人面なんだけど。
All of these zombies that we ran past are likely to catch up to me in a bit here, and that'll be fun. So what we're actually doing is we are come on, Amy, grab my hand. Grab my hand, come on, you can do it. There we go. We're backtracking to the beginning of the level to recharge Amy's powers at this rune, because this is going, even for the time that it takes us to backtrack, it's still going to save us time in the future, because now the next puzzle we don't need to solve.
まあ、余計にありがちなおっさん側の子供ですね。スカイリムとか。スカイリムの子供は、まあ、じゃがいもですわ。
Chances are good they're waiting for us at the top of this stack of boxes. I hope you like climbing 3 stacks of boxes in a row, and I hope you like.
Each one is like an animated cutscene.
Each one is an animated cutscene that you can skip by pressing start. There's the big speed text. Skip ledges. Oh yeah, here we go. All right, this is going to turn into a real punch up.
これは PS3 だけど、PC でも出てるのかな？ PC 出てたら多分エイミー、ビカモットとか出てると思いますよ。
Alright, can we get past? Alright, we'll just leave it. We'll leave him in peace. He can live to just, I don't know, run around and be a zombie. And that corner there, Amy likes to just walk up it,
奏者の人も言ってるのが。
climb up that ledge and she'll just step right back down. Alright. Hey, we didn't get
あ、
the ledge.
箱丸
She still has
と
the powers. I'm surprised she got
PS3
attacked by a
出て
zombie.
る。
Usually getting
なる
attacked
ほ
by
ど
a。zombie will cause her powers to glitch out entirely and she'll just lose them.
Damn, they're draining her vital essence.
They're draining her vital essence. As the tooltips tell us, don't allow the zombies to drain Amy's vital essence.
Well, she heals me every time I get sick. She's become a cure for the virus.
So, I don't know if you all caught this, but so what we're trying to do in this level is we're trying to get from the train station to the metro, but now we're running through this, and I completely spaced out on actually skipping the puzzle. All right. So we need
あ、これが
shockwave
超能力
charges
か
in
な？
order to break both of these boards, and I'm just doing it in a slightly less optimal order. Suboptimal, as chat would say. So we're going from the train station to the metro, and now we're just running through this very industrial, just randomly warehouse-ish area that the next room in particular is going to be just complete nonsense in terms of how it's
確かに持ってる鉄パイプ、バル
very evocative of like
で普通に壊せそうな気もしますね。
Blood, Hexen, when they would try to tackle
そういえば、
urban environments that you would, the engines
そういえばウエスカーっていうか、
true verisimilitude, and so you would just get these
ウエスカーっていうか、ウエスカーの息子の、なんだっけ、誰だっけ、ジェイクか。バイオ6で出たジェイクも、確か免疫持ってましたね。つまり
Sometimes the game is just like this. She'll just
ウエスカー引っ張るな。
So yeah, we get to just walk through this space, and we're not gonna solve the puzzle. We're just gonna walk along the top of this wire and pull these boxes out of the way, because climbing ladders is for chumps. Now, one of the things that I was actually thinking about is that it is a little bit absurd that things have gotten this run down, this broken in the, at this point, like 45 minutes since the apocalypse happened. generously speaking, maybe a couple hours, depending on how much time went by in a few of the cutscenes. Oh, there's my favorite kind of Amy losing grip, the frame drop. Yeah, if the frame rate tanks low enough, then then Amy lets go of Lana's hand. But so if the world is this bad already, the logical answer is actually that it was already this bad before the game started. That this is just what the world of Amy is already like. And if you ask me what that means,
今、なん
I
か、
don't know.
巡回してる
But
兵
that's
士の
chapter 3.
目の前
This
を
would be a good time for
思いっきり
donate.
突っ切ったけど、
All right, we have a $40 donation from a fan from Japan.
今の
Says, hey, Dan,
確
good
実に
luck
見
on
つ
the
か
run.
ってたような気がするんだけど、
I couldn't miss one of my favorite streamers live. Luckily, time zones are finally
メタルギア
So
ゲノム兵か
at
な
a convenient time. Send my regards to Amy the cat. Donation goes to Crystal's Choice. We have a $250 donation from Kane and Lynch Venezuela level.
Oh no.
Says, Dan, why did you skip me? I'm narratively essential to the entire Kane and Lynch duology. Now you'll never know what happened to Jenny or Riffic or Carlos.
I hate that level so much. I hate it so much.
We have a $250 donation as well from the fifth Matt. Says, hey, Dan, longtime fan of Fortnite ideas. So happy to see you here and showing us this gem of a game. Money to incentive of your choice. We have a $100 donation from EW995. Says, greetings from Team No Sleep. Gotta be up soon, but couldn't miss this
まあ、
run.
ただの小競りということでね、
Okay.
多分
Alright.
怪しいものではない
Chapter
と
4 here. Chapter 4 is going to
見
be
逃してもらえたん
pretty
で
fast
しょ
and furious. This is the one that I hope goes nice and smooth. So the first thing that we're going to do here, if I can pull it off right, is we're going to damage boost onto this ledge so that we don't need to actually walk across it. And there we go, first try.
あ、もう
Then down the hallway,
30
at
分
the
な
end
ん
of the hallway,
で
we're going to have another one of our
大体
old
半
friends,
分
the
ですね。
proximity mines, which we can get through. Oh, one shock. We're going to push Steve just to slow him down. Grab this grab the healing, grab the healing, grab it, grab the healing.
なんだこれ
We're going to grab the healing.
わちゃわちゃしてる
And I did that on the first try.
You're so good.
So good. Nailed it. Nailed it.
Nailed it.
Pick up the board. Take care of Steve in his Letterman's jacket. Grab the key card. Open the gate. Zoolander turn to get out of the gate because Lana really likes to get caught on the corner of that doorway there. The anticipated solution to this puzzle is to lure these two zombies away, but we just hit them with a board. All right, so Lana's getting in pretty rough shape. We're going to stab her in the neck, and this is going to put us in a healing state that will enable us to run
こ
through
の
these
注射みたいなのしないとこの赤い霧のところに行けないのかな
Flex our hand while we wait for it to, while we wait for the game to get back.
Come on, game.
Come on, you can do it.
You can do it. I believe in you.
Oh, hey, Amy, where'd you come from? So in my casual run, this moment right here at the doorway is actually where I got stonewalled for a long time. It's actually quite difficult because you're expected to engage very heavily with the combat mechanics. And I don't know if you've noticed, but this game is a little bit janky. So instead what we're going to do is we're going to reject the implied rules of that scenario and just run down to the end of the hallway where we can watch the zombies spawn and watch them just trickle in one by one instead of
なんかゾンビにしては
directions as we wait by the door.
スタイなんかわちゃわちゃした走り
Just
方
that, like, glorious animation. I really like
してますね
the scene here where you get to see the zombies, like how they spawn, that they kind of do this like tilt up thing. It's really, it's weird, but fun and funny. All right, so there's number 3. So we've got
これは
we should
なんだ
be
ろう
right on time for our train. Any second now. No. Come on. There we go. And that's chapter 4.
んなんか今画面が二分割されたけど
We have a $50 donation from Vemarok. Says, I only just realized who was doing this run. Thank you, FoldableHuman, for your amazing series of videos about the Book of Henry. Led to a great night.
あー出待ちしてたのか
We have a $50 donation from Dark NB God. Says, good luck, Dan. You're killing it. And everyone on Sword Squad is rooting for you.
Ooh, Sword Squad.
We have a $50 donation from Anonymous.
武器はバールしかないんすかね。
I love his videos and I'm looking forward to his
銃とか
run.
ないのかな。
Bonjour.
Bonjour.
We have a $30 donation from Gertrude Perkins. Says, Amy is a wonderful mistake of a game, and I'm so glad to watch FoldableHuman speedrunning it. I've been a big fan of you since we were a talking cardboard box, and it's really cool seeing you become a speedrun superstar. Good luck, and let's keep those doctors doctoring. We have a $25 anonymous donation. Says, came for the video essays, stayed for the speed runs. Love your stuff, FoldableHuman. Doubly excited because the better you do, the sooner I get the next 50 Shades video. Here's $25 to Runner's Choice. Keep up the good work and good luck on the run.
All right, so Chapter 5 here is meant to be a culmination of all of the skills that we have developed in the preceding chapters. And we're going to use a few of them. So, all right, push the dumpster, sneak past Letterman Jacket, count to wait for the sky to turn pink, and then crap, Crystal, what's
okay,
next?
so you gotta,
気づかれないの？
you gotta, okay, so you snuck past the Letterman guy. You
しゃがんでるだけなのに。
Push to the second dumpster.
Okay,
No, we don't have to block the guy. We skip that.
Okay, call Amy
現地はそうですね、
over
早
to
朝
the-
ですね。
No, you're
Skip
pushing
that.
the second dumpster. Call the Amy over the pipe.
Skip that.
Push the third dumpster and the car out of the way.
Pushing the car.
Okay, so you have to go past the two zombies to the payphone and then use it to lure them away from the glyph. Then you have to retrieve Amy and bring her to the glyph to charge her silence bubble power, then go back to where you retrieved Amy and use the silence on the broken glass.
Okay.
And then follow the zombie in the gas station halfway around the pumps, go through the gap in the fence, cross the parking lot, charge Amy's shockwave power again from the glyph on the door of the tow truck, face the main street, fire shockwave around the corner of the brick building to the left. Then you have to go over the car in the middle of the street, hitting the second car, triggering the
こんばんは。
zombies. You have to fire a second
そうですね、奏者の方なかなか決まってますね。かっこいいです。
with Amy hiding behind the single piece of fence, fire a third shockwave at the car you originally fired a shockwave past the first time, luring the zombies back towards the tow truck. Sneak down the street towards the blockade, ducking into the alley on the left. Then you have to pick up the yellow key card and the board, and then kill the zombie in that final alley.
Okay, I'm just gonna pick up the key card instead, and then reload from the checkpoint.
Great.
How does that sound?
Yeah, that sounds
Okay.
like a good
All right.
plan.
All right. Oh, hey, Amy, where did you come from? So this next little bit here, I'm really bad at. So if anything is going to go just completely pear-shaped, it's going to be this hallway. So expect flailing. So this soldier is going to come out, and now we need to evade him. But the fastest way to evade him is to get into this locker, which changes a trigger so that we won't get instantly killed when we try to run through the door. But then I need to get and can.
なんか今目離した隙に、ずいぶん場面が飛んだような気がする。
Just go. There we go. There we go. There we go. All right, didn't get.
ああ、
I
スキ
didn't
ップ
die.
した
I
の
didn't
か。
die. I didn't die. It's good. It's all good. It's good. It's good. It's
Only
good.
an Amy
It's
would
good.
it be
全部
bad
スキ
that
ッ
you're
プした
bad
の
at
か。
throwing a child off
Bad
ledges.
at, I am bad at throwing that child off this ledge. All right, now we descend into, again, 90s level design, the mandatory sewer level.
Mandatory.
Let's hear it for sewer levels. Yeah. All right. So we'll just put this small child through small vulnerable child through this jagged rusty gate. This was actually the level.
さっきからさっきから奏者の人がエイミーの前どっから来た。確かになんかエイミーぬるっと突然現れますよね。言われてみれば。ちょっと私、途中ですけど、トイレ RTA をやってきます。
But if we close this gate behind us, then the zombies just get frozen in place. Their pathing glitches out, and they don't they just stay where they are, but it takes longer to close the gate and reopen it. So we're gonna let them. We're just gonna let them spawn, and bring Amy down to the end here. It's another DNA lock, and I have a confession to make. I just brought Amy down so I could use her lantern to see the bridge. I didn't actually need her at all, and I'm not gonna bring her with me. It's
Just
fine.
leave her.
She's fine. She's can take care of herself.
Those 3 zombies.
She's fine. She's got magical powers. She's fine. It's fine.
She's okay.
It's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine.
She's
It's fine. And that's chapter 5.
All right, we have a $10 donation from Vexel. Says, hey, Dan, it's been a lot of fun putting this run together with you, and it's so cool to see it here at GDQ. I'm so proud. You're going to do great. Donation to Crystal's Choice.
My choice.
We have a $10 donation from Sassy J. Says, hello, Dano and Crystal. I'm stuck at work a bit down the street from SGDQ, but being able to watch the Amy playthrough makes it all better. I've only caught the tail end of a few of the speedrun learning curves, so I'm looking forward to a full run. Hopefully loading times aren't too terrible. Good luck, Foldy.
They're always terrible.
Always.
It's actually, we did find that the run is 4 minutes faster on Xbox 360.
はい、戻りました。トイレスキップ。
And that 4 minutes is specifically cut out of all of these.
The 4 minutes is specifically cut out
トイレ
of all of
ス
these
キッ
times.
プ。
It loads 4 minutes faster.
トイレはスキップしちゃダメです。
We have a
あ、ちゃんと手を洗いました。
$250 from Morgan
ちゃんと手洗いチャートですよ。
Says, so happy to donate during FoldableHuman soothing tones during the apocalypse. Make quick work of the Jareds and Steves.
Yeah. All right, so we're into chapter 6 now. Time is going to be coming up pretty quickly here. Less than 2 minutes, unless things go wrong.
なんか、
So
なん
I
か
just
ゾ
want to
ンビが、
reiterate something that we've talked about a
ゾンビ
little
が
bit,
引っかかってる。
about implicit rules. So this is a survival horror game, and survival horror game then comes with it a whole bunch of implicit assumptions about how you're supposed to engage with it. And
いえいえ、
actually talked about this in one of the
レギュレーションは、
promotional interviews.
グリッチレスです。
Saying that Lana is a normal woman set in a very hostile environment.
変なことはしません。普通に、ちゃんと手を洗って戻りました。
So what we're going to do is we're going to trap the final boss in an elevator and hit him frenetically with a crowbar.
おお、なんかすげえ。
3, 4,
で、バルで殴って、
7,
Boom.
couple dodges, 8, 9,
8、9、10、お11、12、あー、助かった。
11, 12, 13, 14,
めっちゃ殴ってる。
16, 17, 18, 19,
これハメでしょ？うちの島じゃ農家だから。
22, 23, 24, time.
え？タイム？終わり？こいつラスボスだったの？
So that's Amy.
じじ
Any
い。
questions?
So many questions.
マジでラスボスだっ
And
たん
now,
だ。
if you watch through the closing cutscene, you get just the mother of all sequel bait for a sequel that will probably never come. Though
I don't know. We just got a Shaq Fu sequel.
we did. So if Paul Cassette wants to actually finish Amy, he can do it. And yeah, I guess that's it for us. Thank you so much.
ずいぶん早く終わりましたね。20分ぐらい早く終わったですね。
Thank you very much, and that's it for us.
All right, that was FoldableHuman with Amy.
はい、エイミーでした。
Very well done.
で、次のですね、ペットザ・プットザ・パーティーですが、解説の方がいらっしゃるので、ちょっと、打ち合わせというか、呼び出しと打ち合わせをしてくるので、ちょっと外れます。
Coming up next in just a few moments, we will have